that Patron, that good old stuff you like. I'ma be your bartender, I got you. I know we fucking twice, yeah.
So basically, with these student loans, is that if you owed something, bitch, the girls is saying, bitch, give me my piece. Okay. And so let me play.
In other news, the Trump administration has announced we will put an end to Joe Biden's illegal student loan bailout attempts. No student loan has been referred to collection since March of 2020. That comes to an end. On May 5th, the Department of Education will resume involuntary collections for borrowers with defaulted federal student loans. The student loan portfolio controlled by the federal government is nearly $1.6 trillion.
Oh,
But fewer than
the
4
student
out of 10
loans?
borrowers
Trillion?
are in repayment. This is unsustainable, unfair, and a huge liability for American
They
taxpayers.
done talked about that lady
Debt
lips
cannot be
so
wiped
bad.
away.
They're
It
like
just
they're
ends
getting a
up
little
getting
bigger.
transferred to others. So why should Americans who didn't go to college or went to college and responsibly paid back their loans pay for the student loans of other Americans? In other news, the Trump administration has announced we will put an end to Joe Biden's illegal student loan bailout attempts. No student loan has been referred to collection since March of 2020. That comes to an end. On May 5th, the Department of Education will resume involuntary collections for borrowers with defaulted federal student loans.
Girl,
The
they call
student loan
borrows.
portfolio controlled by the federal government is nearly $1.6 trillion. But
Oh,
fewer than 4 out of 10 borrowers are in repayment. This is unsustainable,
mm.
unfair, and a huge liability for American taxpayers. Debt cannot be wiped away. It just ends up getting transferred to others. So why should Americans who didn't go to college or went to college and responsibly paid back their loans pay for the student loans of other Americans? In other news,
Mm.
the Trump administration has announced we will put an end to Joe Biden's illegal
So,
student loan bailout attempts.
how I feel about the student loan thing, and again, I feel bad for those people because that's a lot of money. Some people, like one girl said she had to pay back 30 grand, like $30,000. That's like a lot of people don't even touch that much money at one time in their lifetime. So the fact that the government is asking for that from like a regular old smegular old Sarah, Keisha, Justin, whatever. It's just to me, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I get it, they owe it, but at least, that's a lot of money. And then the increases of what we're going through, like the increase of the food, increase of the prices of staying, is just to think a person can't even pay that is just so silly to me. But I do feel like this too, and I broke my nails too. Like damn Spider-Man, whoever do that. Yeah, so but how I feel though on the flip side is that y'all did take them people money. You did use the money, and it was a loan, and you knew you would have to pay it back, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I come in as saying, yeah, I get it, but bitch, that wasn't your shit in the first place, and you knew that. You know what I'm saying? No shade. That's just how I see it. But we have a woman right here that, of course, sees it differently. She owes back, and her train of thought about this is differently, and it could be because she's in this situation, and I'm not. So, of course, I want to have sympathy, but I do feel as if, like, bitch, you borrowed that money, and now they want this shit back. You know.
We need a revolution because what do you mean if you don't start making your student loan payments on May 5th? By the end of the summer, they will be garnishing your wages. Yeah, everybody's already drowning. Life is whooping everybody's fucking ass. And here y'all come with student loans that y'all gave me when I was 18, a child. What wages are you gonna garnish? I have nothing. Like, this has to be a joke. I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. Somebody needs to come to the front of the lines. Everybody needs to stop being scary as fuck. We need a
Girl, because you owe
goddamn
student loans, we got to
revolution.
stop being scared. What, huh?
Period. I don't know what wages they're gonna garnish. My credit score, whenever y'all unpause them, went to fucking shit. What more damage could you possibly do to my life? We need a revolution because what do you mean if you
So I fuck with that, you know. But my thing is, when a motherfucker go through shit, they be want everybody else to help them. But do you know how many people owe shit and you know what I'm saying? Like shit is really going on in the world, and I understand. But babes, and I get that you're 18, but that's your dad. Like, you know, and I'm sure they'll let them do like $20 a month or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry to say this, but damn, I'm happy I didn't get no loan to go to school or do that shit, you know, because obviously they attacking them back. And most of these people are millennials. Like, let's just be fucking honest. Like, we have got throughout our whole lives. We've been promised shit. We've been told work, work, work. Things will get better. Do this, do that, and we've been just with no lube. Like we've been bent over and okay. And I think that we're just like we're sick of it. We're just so over it, you know. Um, we're just so fucking over it.